Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Cardwell.
And we're back today to showcase a brand new deck with the final ruler of this new set of the Game of Gods with Force of Will. And it is our girl Loki. And it's going to be a pretty fun deck. It's one of the more odd decks of the rulers. I think she's probably one of the stronger ones if you know how to build it right and if you build it and like you play it correctly.
Yeah, it's very weird and tricky as it is.
Yeah, she's all about trickery and like deception, and she has a lot of cards that do that. But before you get into it, guys, we just remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link is down below. Go check it out. It takes just $1. Give us some love and support. We greatly appreciate it. And in our Patreon, you'll get access to all of our videos early. You'll get access to our Discord and any of our extra videos that we post on Patreon.
And also don't forget that we actually do have a Force of Will deck builder that you can download. It's called FOW Grimoire. It is on Apple and Android. Download it. It does have a free selection where you can build 2 decks and just get at it. Get these rulers, build them. You can even share them to your friends or us, and we'll take a look at them for sure.
Mm-hmm. And with that, guys, let's delve into ships and tricks.
Yep.
So, we're playing Loki, the Master of Trickery. She is the blue, black, green ruler of the set. And just like all the other ones, has the villains or tails. She's villains. Has the same thing, a revolutionized order. And then her force command is trickery. So she applies force command trickery to everything.
To everything, yep.
And then she has the revolutionize, which you make a creature, you make a resonator a J.
Yep.
They can't be countered, blah, 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 blah,
the
blah.
classic, yeah. We've all been into this. We know how it works now,
yeah.
Right?
And then she gives that resonator the abilities of force command trickery, and then pay 0, destroy target ordered card, play this ability only once per turn.
Pretty cute.
And then you may call a magic stone while the ordered card is there, still like the other rulers.
Yeah.
So the reason it matters is because it gives that ability to that resonator, that J. And so Mistletoe gets to shut her down. So know that if you're playing Loki, Mistletoe is a disaster card for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Know that you have to have an answer to her.
And you kind of need to maybe destroy your own dudes, but that's okay. We'll get there. The first one, of course, is Volmol, the Snake of Knowledge. It is 1 blue, 4/4. It has Eternal, just baseline Eternal. You pay a blue, target J Resonator, and this card loses all abilities until end of turn with the revolution of draw 3 cards. So, amazing.
Yeah.
Just turn 1, I draw 3, or turn 2, whatever.
Yeah, this card is super good. If you want to get this out pretty quickly, just for the simple fact that you have extra mana to be like, that dude loses abilities because I can.
Yeah, just like that. It's all abilities are gone. Thanks.
Next up is Dracula Reborn Vampire, the Jewel of Darkness. It is 1 black for a 4/4 flying barrier white, and 1/1 counters on this card do not cease to exist if they're put into the graveyard, from graveyard to the field, so for so on. So if he gets counters, they stay on him.
Yep.
And then when this card is put into the graveyard from the field, at the next end of turn, put it back into play with 2 additional counters. The chance side is the Jewel of Darkness, where it's a remnant, black and 6. You pay 1 less to play this card for each card in your graveyard. With a 1/1 counter on it. Like for each 1/1 counter on this, it costs 1 less.
Yep.
And it destroys all J Resonators.
Your opponent controls.
Yeah.
So.
But the reason this card's really funny is when you order a card, it doesn't have to have a revolution.
Yep.
So if you order him, he automatically comes into play. They can't stop it. And then you have your flip to this where it can kill a J, and you're like, cool, kill my Dracula. And then Dracula will kill itself and comes back.
Yep.
So you're like, hey, I get a free dude and I don't lose any value.
And I got some.
It's kind of a good
I
idea.
got some counters. It's all good. The next one is Fairy of Trickery. It is 2 blue. It's a 6/7 with quick cast flying. You may play blue less of the card if you control a J ruler. Enter. Rest target J Resonator does not recover during its next recovery phase. And then when this card is destroyed, do the same thing, which is pretty solid. Really good, actually.
Yeah. So if you're killing J's with your order card, which you should be destroy target order, then you get to play this for cheaper / tap down dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Just tap dudes, and then when this dies, tap the other dude down, and then you're just controlling the board.
Next up is Valentina, owner of the theater. She has 3 blue for a 6/10. Gain control of all resonators your opponent's control as long as this card is in the field.
I like it.
This is for 2 different reasons, because Loki has some cards that deal with having tails and villains in play. And so if you're playing against the Tails deck and you steal their Tails, it doesn't matter. You still own that Tail, or you control that Tails.
Yeah.
So you have control of a Tails and a villain. So you get the value out of that.
It's the bonus, and we'll get there. Garmheld is the next one. It's 2 blue and 1. It's an 8/8 villains. Remove this card from the graveyard from the game. Produce a blue and spend only to play this card's name, Garmheld. With the revolution at the As this card enters the field, you may reveal a Resonator or Tells you own from outside the game, remove it from the game, and if you do, this card enters the field as a copy of the card removed this way. So with what it means is your sideboard that you have, you can just get a powerful guy and be like, oh, this is him.
Yeah.
And that's it. Super cute.
Next up, Hegel, the Giant of the Dark Sun. It is 2 white and 1 for a 10/10 with Villain, Drain, and Revolution. Enter, choose target Resonator or Chant. Choose Resonator or Chant. Your opponent cannot play cards of the chosen type as long as this card is in play.
Just in general, just all the time.
Yeah. So,
it's
hey,
ridiculous.
let's cut off half of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Kind of gross.
It's super gross. And if you play the other one, you just, name the other one and then you win.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Schmel, Giant of Distrust. Because, with his name, Scheme, get it? It's a 3 black. It's a 13/13. You may pay 3 less to play this card if your J ruler you control is destroyed this turn. When this card is destroyed, J Resonators gain -1,000, -1,002 on the turn, which is board wipes, hopefully. Revolution, enter, your opponent discards 2 cards. So there you go.
So this dude you kill one of your dudes, your ordered cards. This guy costs 1 mana, and then he comes into play. You can order him to make your opponent discard 2 cards for 1 mana.
Yeah, so you wipe their board and you make them discard 2 cards.
And then you have the ability to kill their stuff on their turn by paying 0 and killing him.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
Last up is the Underground Giant. It is 2 blue and 2 for a 17/17 barrier. You may pay 2 less to play this card if a J ruler you controlled was destroyed this turn. This card enters the field rested. Doesn't matter. You're not worried about that. Enter, return all Resonators your opponent controls to their owner's hand. So this is also kind of a board wipe because it puts everything back in their hand, so it gives you time to deal with the stuff.
And this guy is, I don't know. I feel like he's unbeatable, to be honest. If your opponent has no way to make you sacrifice creatures, you just win.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Next one is the Spark of Life. If you remember this, good old Brad card. It's 1 green, quick cast, destroy target J ruler you control and non-magic stone entities your opponent's controlled. So, yeah, that's good. That's a good trade-off.
Yeah, it gives you a way out, and it helps you get your orders more.
Yeah.
Next is Skidbladnir, the magical sailing ship. It is 1 blue for a quick cast. Enter, search your deck for a giant, reveal it in your hand, and put it in your hand. Whenever a J ruler you control is destroyed, you may return this card to its owner's hand. Tap, target J Resonator you control cannot be blocked this turn.
Yeah.
So this is to go collect all the giants that we have in the deck. So you're just like, hey, cool, I need to go get all these giants. Let's do this.
Especially Underground Giant, and then he's a big dude that can't be blocked, and you swing.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Next one is Roar of the Underground Giant. It's a 1 blue chant. Quick cast, return target non-magic stone, non-J ruler entity to its owner's hand. And then with the Force of Trickery, you may put a target giant card from your graveyard into your hand. Just like that. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Bounce spell that does more, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Loki's Curse. It is 1 blue, quick cast. Rest target J Resonator. Force Resonance of Trickery. At the beginning of your turn, put this card from your graveyard into your hand. So every turn you get a way to just be like, no. It's not necessarily like a hard stop, but it kind of is. Because you get it back at the start of your turn every turn. So you're just like, hey, cool, that big dude, I don't want him to untap.
Forever, because I'm going to keep playing this card.
Yeah.
Pretty cute. Next one is Loki enters the Game of Gods. It's 1 blue, quick cast, as everything else is, seems like. Choose target J Resonator gains -2,000, -0 until end of turn, draw a card. Or produce 1 will of any attribute, draw a card. With the Resonance of Trickery, Resonators in your hand gain quick cast until end of turn, which is pretty cute and awesome.
Yeah, so all those silly giants, they get to come and play as a quick cast, which is pretty gross.
And you can make them even cheaper all the time.
Giants Advance. It is 1 blue, quick cast. Choose 1. Recover target giant you can control, or produce 2 will of any attributes. Spend this only for giants.
Yeah.
So this is 1 mana to make 2 mana for your giants to make them come into play quicker. And it just kind of gets disgusting if you're like, hey, cool, kill my J, have a blue and a red, or blue and a black, play 2 giants.
Yep, exactly.
Neat.
And especially if you do Loki's into the Game of the Gods beforehand, for like 2 mana, you can like produce 2 dudes quick cast at the end of turn. It's ridiculous. Next is Call of Darkness. It is 1 black, so there's a lot of text here. You may search your deck for a card with villains, reveal it, and put it in your hand. If you do, shuffle your deck. Force Resonance of Faith, we cannot do, but of course with Trickery, you may search your deck for a giant without villains, reveal it, and put it in your hand. And if you do, shuffle your deck.
So it's 1 black, get 2 cards.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yep, super good.
Next is Absorbing Knowledge. It is another Brad card. It is 1 green. Destroy target J ruler you control, draw 2 cards. So this, you're playing control, so if they're going to kill your dude anyway, then you have a way to do it and gain value out of it.
Yeah, for sure. Next one is Loki's Deception. It is 3 blue, chant quick cast. You can control target enter ability, which is awesome. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. And then with the Force Resonance Trickery, you may remove 2 water cards in your hand from the game rather than play this card's cost. And that is super powerful to be able to do that.
And this card even is more funny with the snake, because you're like, hey, cool, early draw 3 cards, and then I have extra cards that I don't need.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of them to play this card for free.
And any of the Brad cards, you're just drawing cards.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bunch of cards to be able to do that if need be. And to be able to take their enter ability triggers, super solid.
The stones are really simple. We're playing Water Magic Stones, the Magic Stone of the 6 Sages, Ragnarok's Fiery Magic Stone, and then Magic Stone of Knowledge. The Magic Stone of Knowledge is there to just give you the extra mana if you need it. It needs 3 stones for it to be any color. So if you get it early, it kind of sucks. But
yeah. That's why there's only one in the deck.
Yeah, there's only really one.
I'll do it first turn each time. Don't worry.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cool tails you can use. Almost any of them are really good. Like, I forgot to put some of them in here, but you can use like Nyarlathotep, or you can use the Feasting if you really wanted to counter some stuff, but it's not really a necessary, like, Feasting's not necessary so much as like Nyarlathotep's really good, or like Lovecraft would be really good, the big dragon that just does things.
For 3, you can just copy that big old dude.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. Overall, though, the deck seems to be super fun. One of the guys here in locals has been playing it pretty good, playing a deck very similar to this, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty strong deck. Loki is definitely a thing you have to worry about, because if they have it, their dude flipped, then they just get to be like, hey, cool, your order doesn't happen, because I'll just kill it.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to play around it, and the best way to do that is just play the dude and not get the order. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, because it just says destroy target ordered card, not just yours, but your opponent's.
Yeah, so they get free kill your dude.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, it's kind of awful, but it is what it is. But the deck list will be down below, guys. Check it out and let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. We'll see y'all again next time.
Goodbye.
Later. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to our channel. We greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure you hit that bell to stay up to date on any of the notifications for our channel. And lastly, make sure you give us all the comments down below, and we'll make sure we get them.
And just to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to subscribe. But for those Mythic and above patrons, we like to give you a super thanks. And that would be Ryan and Magic Dragon Games. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
We love you.